The big thing is most of these are live services, so that's him. So if there's a ship question, that's him. Live services, that's him. Community, him. Why is ship so expensive? Him. And we're gonna leave the king alone for a minute. And why are things looking the way they look? That's this guy.
好啊，而家我就喺GeForce RTX Hong Kong嘅會場度啊。好嘅。
Shifted, but it's okay. So welcome everybody. 呢個係我哋嘅 schedule， 個時間慢慢嚟㗎，咁歡迎大家嚟到啦。咁其實我哋係會有一陣間會大家介紹下啦，咁然後我哋會有團體合照咗先嘅，合照完之後就可以食嘢，跟住就大家最期望嘅就合照啦，同埋抽獎。So after the day we have Q&A session and also the lucky draw. And we have actually quite a lot of thanks to them. We have actually quite a lot of presents for you guys. So let's move on. Yeah. So actually, GeForce started quite a while ago. It's like 2017 thing. Actually 17, 18, 19, 20, we all have classes, but it's actually quite quite small. You can see the maximum is like 12 people. And this is the first two classes we have, and we have actually have J-Lee, like the character arts guy, and also Patrick, he is the planet tech, like right now the planet and stuff I think is developed part of the team. So today, and that's leads us to today GeForce. So we have 70 people today. So this is one of the largest one so far. And for everyone here, you should be expecting have this gift pad here, and we have actually some tricks on this too. So those is the digital patch for you guys to take on anything you want, and also the back. And for this one, this is actually from CIG team. They actually only made 3,000 of them. So it's a special collection coins for you guys. And this is just hang on to it. This is very special. Thank you. And the last thing is the badge. And the reason I put it here is because don't lose this too, alright? This one is for everyone who have a free drink. Well, no drink. So it's So basically for this one, everyone can redeem one of the selected drink from the bar, but you have to give this to them. And the other one, this one, is a lucky draw number. So we will have a random generator, and we will have a lucky draw for you guys. And I will tell you guys later what kind of presents we have. Okay. So after all this cleaning up, and yeah, let's introduce the developers here. So I want to go first. So first of all is some technical problem. Anyway, so okay, sorry. The last thing I want to point out is that today we actually have two cards for you guys to sign. This one is for the developer team for CIG, and the other one is actually for one of the citizens that just got cancer, and he is now fighting cancer. And we want to cheer him up for like doing something different. So we made a card here, and I want everybody to write something down, or like just sign your names and card on the back of the table over there. So we will send it to him like after the event. All right, everybody. Like after that, after all the 3 times, you guys can go and sign these 2 cards. So 呢個講話。冇所謂啦。我普通話可以。所以我先用普通話做一遍這個。所以剛才很多。OK。So 我們實際有兩張就是這些卡片，這些卡片是一個是給 CIG 他們的做一個禮物。這個呢是給一個他有關就是年紀，就是說陽正的朋友，就是他是一些信神，但是他來不了，今天來不了，所以我們就把做一個卡給他們，就希望他可以振作起來，跟他現在還在康復當中，所以大家可以去後面的 table 後面的牌子桌子那邊或者可以簽名，所以就這樣。講到啊！講一次 ，OK， 有兩張卡，一張卡係俾 CIG 嘅，兩張卡就係顏色嘅，係啦，即係有個顏色咧，有個星辰咧就話啦，咁我哋就希望佢哋咁開心啲啦，咁所以就都佢而家即係 cheer up 佢，咁都令到佢可以振作起嚟啦，咁所以就之後記得向後面簽名，咁啊俾唔該曬大家。So let's without further ado, let's introduce the wonderful developers here, and you guys want to share something or yeah, so
so this is my second time in Hong Kong. I came here in 2018, coming through, so it's actually quite nice to be back. It's a little cooler when I came through. I think it's more like the weather, so I thought I used to heat a little bit. But it's really brilliant coming here. It's actually fantastic seeing everybody out. This is one of the things about doing a crowdfunding game, which I really loved from the beginning, was the fact that we get to actually really, the community is part of what we develop. The support from the community means a massive amount of what we do, in terms of the game, not only just in terms of support, in terms of finance the game, but also in terms of the feedback we get from everybody and how we get that. So we work really hard to basically work for everybody level. But I just want to say it's actually a pleasure being here. It's my first GeForce in Hong Kong, and I'm just really looking forward to the evening. Please come and annoy the hell out of all of us as much as you want. If you want photographs, you want signatures, you want to write something, absolutely, we love it. It's not a problem at all. You've got loads of questions. Even difficult ones, we will answer them, or just say we can't talk about it. But we'll at least give you an answer on the whole thing, so it's all good. But anyway, thanks so much for turning up here, and we're having a great time here, so look forward to the evening. So I'll pass it on to Zach.
So I'm Bob Babbie, I'm the Assistant Live Game Director. Thank you for having us. Thank you for hosting us. It's my first time to China, and obviously the Hong Kong Kong, so it's a beautiful city, and so far our trip here has been amazing. So being able to engage with the community here, but also in Shanghai. So thank you for having us, and I look forward to answering all your questions, as like Aaron said. So please ask us anything you need.
Hi everyone, my name is Ian. I'm the art director at CIG. I want to echo what the guys were saying. Thank you so much for turning out. It's great to see the passion. It's great to see the community come together. I've been working at CIG for 9.5 years. So it's been quite a long time, and it really just feels like we're getting started. If you've got difficult questions, you can just go to John Crew.
He's shaking his head no.
I have to say, any shit questions, John, don't bother me with them. Don't bother me. And any design questions, Todd. Those two, get them off as much as you need.
So any question about art, you can come to me, or if you want to go and sing karaoke, you can also come to me. But it's great seeing you all. Thank you.
Hello. Thanks for that. I'm John Crowe, Creative Director, been CIG 9 years next month. I look forward to answering Angel's valuation on graphic that seems to be everything at the moment. I will hand over to Simon.
Hi everybody. Thank you so much for having us. I think for me personally, this is my favorite part of my job is getting to connect with our incredible community in person. What I would like to do though is if we could all give a huge round of applause for Joseph for organizing this event. Thank you so much. It looks awesome, and rumor has it, if you ask Jump Crew enough times, he will tell you when the Van Worshipman is coming. Thanks for having us. Nice!
Alright, if you have anything to say. Alright, good.
Hi everybody, I'm Elliot. I'm the head of marketing. 大家好，多謝你哋歡迎我哋嚟香港探你哋。我係美國人，我嘅媽媽爸爸係香港同埋中山人，所以我識好少少廣東話。但係that's it。我好似。The rest is going to be English, but I just want to thank you all. Like Aaron said, our community is really what gives us our strength, and it is really the reason for our success. So I'm always looking for excuses to come to Hong Kong. So keep playing our game, keep being a part of the community, the great part that you are, and we'll keep coming back. So thank you so much, everybody.
Alright, thanks guys. So we're going to be getting, the food's coming out in a moment, so the, I want to translate this. So the way that we're going to be doing it is head table goes first, after that is this table, then is this table, then we start back over here, and then this one, and then this one. The line will be going around the slide. So the plates are on that side, you grab the food and come this way, and come in and sit down. Alright, so once the head table's gone to get the food, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, everybody.
都好啦，大家咁首先我哋會去攞自助餐先啦，咁就跟住即係佢哋幾多份先啦，跟住就呢一台啦，到呢一台後邊。
That is porn. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay, so we have some live Q&A in English here. translate to CIG staff. CIG will have a mic. Where'd the microphone go? It was right there! I know, there was a blue one sitting right there too. Okay, there we go, thank you. Okay, so this one will be for CIG staff to hand around to answer questions. I'll be asking the ones in English that we currently have, that we've vetted. If your question was not answered on here, it might be up here, or they might have said no. And Joseph has a couple of them that are in Chinese, he will translate in English. Alright, so, first question. I'm guessing this is for you. Maybe not you. I'm not sure. Anyway, player-built habitats and pioneers. Home building, is it coming soon? What's the priority for that?
So basically, our first priority is getting hangars working and having them be instance so that players can customize those hangars. They can load freight onto their ships and basically be able to move things around, load their vehicles, load weapons, customize their ships that way, and then from there we'll move on to player house.
Awesome. All right, second one. Surveying and exploration. Is there anything you can share about trying to survey or explore different things in the verse?
Yeah, so basically, first things first, one of the things that we need to do is separate the replication layer for server meshing, and that I think is done soon. And then from there, the idea would be that we're pulling the stuff that they're doing on S42. We've got basically what is called quantum boost, which is moving at 1/10 of the QT speed, but it allows you to move around and allows you to not have an endpoint, an end goal, so that you can actually choose where you want to go and QT where you want to, and then from there be able to do pings and scan the area. We will need to get basically dynamic spawning working for that as well as data. And the idea would be that you can sell that data, and there's XYZ coordinates, time, and basically what it is.
All right. Next one. For FPS, leaning and sliding. Will there be animation changes and expansion to animations to expand upon what FPS has to offer?
Yes.
Okay. Simple. I love it. Okay, now this one is a bit near and dear to my heart. It's very verbose, so I'm going to try to condense it a little bit. Okay. So, with Tier 0 salvage, the Reclaimer is a great experience if it works. Is there a plan to fix all of the issues with the lifts, the seats, the lasers, the problems with all of the extractions, and with future salvage such as the cutting and claw mechanic? Will we get an option that can help us clean up the server as opposed to the server having to do it for us?
Yes.
Okay.
The Reclaimer is,
Put it a little bit closer to your mouth.
to put it bluntly, it is the only instance of that sort of lift in the game.
Yes.
So anytime any lift or transit or elevator code changes, the Reclaimer lift tends to break because it uses a unique setup. So there's work coming to basically make it be converted to use the same as other lifts in the game, so that it benefits from all that. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with the Reclaimer that we want to fix from the content side. Let's talk about the other bits.
TLDR Reclaimer will be fixed eventually.
Well, it's with any profession, we want to make sure that we're going through and gold standarding as much as we possibly can the ships that use that career.
Yeah.
And so with the salvaging, basically once we have a team that's working on munching right now.
Okay.
And so that it's basically that will allow us to break things apart and then either using the Reclaimer or the Vulture to basically scoop that up and then use that.
So then to expand upon that question, the subcomponent salvage. There's currently the current patch. You can grab weapons and whatnot, but there's a number of ships. If we soft death them, for example, the cutlass. You soft death the cutlass, you go into the wreck, you can't pull the components. Is there any particular thing that is stopping us from being able to have that?
The main thing of that is basically we're going through the ships and updating them all to have their proper physicalized components. And the order we're doing that is a combination of to support features that are coming or are coming out. So Reclaim was a good example. We had, despite all the bugs and quirks of it, it did have a lot of content time to update it ready for salvage and also popularity. So the Cutlass doesn't actually have physicalized components in its component bays. So when you soft death the ship, there isn't actually an item there for you to properly get because it's not in the ship compared to things like the Star Runner and the Star Lifter. Next one you'll probably see will be the Freelancer.
Okay.
And as we update every ship, soft death will then benefit from being able to access those components. A lot of ships, so we're trying to tackle it when we patch. And then Resource Network also requires a lot of changes to the ships. So basically for that, every component has to be accessible. So as every ship gets converted to the Resource Network, you will also benefit from having those components be accessible for salvage as well.
Since you're speaking of the Freelancer business, sorry, personal question. Is the Freelancer series going to get an upgrade to its aesthetics and, say, view systems following more along the whole series?
As in, you don't like the incredibly tight field of view?
Well, I'm learning how to fly planes right now, and it's an incredibly tight field of view. It's just more of the overall, it seems to be very jarring to go from a Freelancer to then a Holly.
We sort of have two styles in this. It's sort of it's the same in Aegis as well. We have old MISC and new MISC. If you look at the Hull C when it comes out of 320, that is old.
Okay.
The Hull A is new MISC. The Gladius is old Aegis, same as the Avenger. Sabre is new Aegis. You recognise them both from the same manufacturer, but over I don't know off the top of my head the narrative years between the two of them, but it's quite often many hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Like real world manufacturers, they change their styling.
Yeah, right.
The HUD as well will also change with that.
Next one.
Also, when the HUD changes, we will be doing seat adjustments and everything like that to make sure that the HUD fits the way that we want it to work. And so maybe that might be slight adjustments to how many screens are on, in the view and everything like that. So just to make sure that the HUD works and fits accordingly.
Next one. This is for people who are who likes mining in the game. Who likes mining?
Only 5? No, come on.
Salvage. Who like the mole or the? Okay, there we go. All right, thank you. Okay, so linguistic barrier here. AI crew for simple things like mining and salvage. Is there any plans for this? And will we be alive to see it?
As far as the crew adjustments, like the multiplayer stuff, is that we're looking at right now. Basically looking at resource network stuff. As far as crew movement around and understanding like what your turret is aiming at, I think that's something that we need to adjust and fix, to make sure that it works properly.
Okay. All right. That's it for the English pre-screened ones for live. Do you have the ones, Joseph?
Yes, so we have one that's quite interesting. It's about NPC-based trigger missions, I think. So somebody said they played Zelda like a while ago, and there are some times where you can find an NPC in the wild, and that NPC would give you a missions, like random mission. So will we like expect to see anything in Star Citizen?
So this is something that we're looking at for Pyro is basically smaller mission givers. You know, like if you're playing in another game or something like that, be like you go outside and you know, like cat's in a tree, go get my cat, you know, that kind of stuff. So with Pyro, the idea that we're trying to do is bring it down to a more personal level and bring it down to like a more location-based, you know, experience. So that when you're at that location, you can you can go back and forth between, or you can spend, you know, 45 minutes, an hour, or so on support, you know, doing things around that location.
Something like maybe some NPC would need like 10 certain thing, and then you go somewhere that has those things.
Yeah, but the idea is that you're building reputation with them. Yeah. You know, and so it's more. Again, I view it more personable, you know, versus like the way that Stanton is. It's more business part, you know, versus with Pyro, it should feel a little bit more open.
So Pyro. So, and another question is also about AI they asked before, because it said like right now the AI crew is just way too good at shooting down missiles and all the projectiles that like follow the path.
Yeah.
And some of them even say that like if you didn't lock on the target, you just blind shooting the missile, it's actually better than locking on somebody and just shooting the missile. And like this is some way in the future or in the next patch that can like change that.
So basically what we've got coming, and this is being developed for S42, and then we'll bring it into the persistent universe, which is basically skills. So AI would have skills, you know, players have skills, you know.
It's like a quantum system that they have different skill sets.
Well, it's just like you and I have different skills. You know, you're better at other things than I am at, you know, and so the idea would be that, you know, maybe you're more proficient in flying than I am, you know, or I'm more proficient in FPS combat, or John's a better cook, you know, like it's those types of things.
So like the NPC have a skill level building, you know, they'll just react to different projectiles or like dogfighting differently.
Well, yeah, it's basically you've got accuracy associated with those skills, or you've got different things that we can quantify in the game and say, okay, hey, this translates into something, and therefore this skill is important to learn. But again, not everybody's going to be good at everything. So
that's great, actually. So okay, so the next question is about also about missions. They said about the underground mission, but they said will it be some mission that have even like bigger and like more difficult or more complex underground mission? Because we say like including like the dogfighting on top, and also like doing the force landing and like the underground and stuff like that. Do we have something like because we have seen like,
have we shown the UGS?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, but with any of our locations that we're putting in, whether that be a space station or a UGF or outposts, so on and so forth, we want to make sure that there's, you know, they're basically quote unquote our dungeons. You know, that's where you go and you play for a long period of time. You spend a lot of time in there. So with the UGFs, you know, in this case they're talking about the underground facilities. It's the same principle. So we want the player to be able to go in there, spend a long time, building up a reputation with them, you know, doing different missions within the actual UGF or around the surface of the UGF. Whether that be protecting, you know, in this case I think they were talking about having some sort of combat experience there or something like that. Those are all things that we want our locations to be violence for missions. So let's say everybody shows up to this location. It might be that you're there for a delivery mission. It might be I'm there for an assassinate mission. Maybe John's there to haul something. Who knows? You know, but it's we want. The only way I could kind of equate it would be, and it's like the American Wild West. Like, I don't know what you're doing, you don't know me. You know, there's that tension there. You know, it's gonna who's gonna shoot first? Yeah.
So it sounds more like the ground mission or the dungeon thing is not just a small one we are seeing right now. It's like
no, yeah, we've already shown the concepts for the UGF. Sorry, we've shown also the
I've seen that. I think that.
Yeah, they're great bots, but it's basically it has the proper size and scale that we've been looking for a while.
Okay, so next question is about.
Is there a hard question in there?
Okay. Probably not.
That's fine. I just don't want it to be the Todd show. That's all.
So we've got games like Cyberpunk and whatnot that have inspired, have inspired these huge metropolitan areas. And whenever I've ridden through Area 18 or I've gotten some kind of a feel like we've been in some huge metropolitan. Actually, it feels like Hong Kong. Yeah. How do you guys feel like it's Hong Kong sometimes when you're actually taking the tram?
Sometimes.
So,
it's a bit depressing, actually.
It's a bit depressing, yes. It's depressing as fuck sometimes thinking it's not back home. So, how much inspiration has been drawn for the artistic styles of certain cities, city planets, from places like Hong Kong?
So I was just telling these guys that when we did Area 18, when we built it, we pretty much built a lot of the side streets of Hong Kong. It was one-to-one. A lot of inspiration. So today I actually went out in the heat to take a lot of pictures of actual Hong Kong in real life. And I'm like, holy shit, that's Area 18. Yeah, lots of inspiration from Hong Kong.
And the rest of it? Inspiration. So where do you get the inspiration from for the rest of the planets you make?
So what we do is we build what we call style guides. Style guides for planets, but also style guides for architecture. So humanity is going to have 7 art styles. And what we're seeing right now in Stanton is kind of like the really old stuff, right? So when you play the game, what we had to do was we had to build a game that is just diverse enough to hold your attention. But really what we're doing is we're painting it's like I'm painting a picture, but I'm only showing you guys the lower left corner. Don't forget, the rest of the game is going to have many other systems. So we can't do everything in one system, because when we take you to Pyro, it's going to need to feel a certain way. When we take you to Terra, it's going to need to feel a certain way. So right now we're just looking into a little corner of humanity, and then when we open up systems, that's when you're going to see the spread, right? So when you go to Terra, everything's going to feel new, modern, clean, high technology. And then when you go back to Stanton, you're like, holy shit, this is old. This is an old place. This is pretty shitty.
You go to Pyro.
And then you go to Pyro. Pyro's going to feel hostile. It's dangerous. It's frontier living. And then when you go to Nix, it's lonely. You know, people go there to live off the grid. So my job is to make sure, in the short term, there's just enough diversity. I was just looking at Horizon before. Horizon's very special to me because it was the first time we could do something really new that's never been done in a game before. That's a floating city above an actual gas giant. No one's ever done that before because it's hard, and we managed to make it work. So even within Stanton, there's a little bit of beauty here and there. And you know, if you go between like Arcop, you know, to Lowville, and then you go to New Babbage, and then you go to Horizon, there's just enough of a spread. So the next part of that will be when we start doing different systems. So, like I said, the best analogy is we're painting a picture, but we're just seeing the corner right now. So in the future, when you play the game in 2 years' time, 5 years' time, 10 years' time, whichever, I'm slowly going to expand out. Now, when it gets really interesting, is when we're going to do aliens, right? That's when we're really going to get started, right?
So they're pulling up the list right now. I do have a generic question, and I'm sure you guys hear it every Star Citizen, every Bar Citizen. The generic question is, pardon me for the phrasing, what is your favorite chip manufacturer and why isn't it Drake?
I mean, I like Drake. I actually really like Drake. I think it looks really good. They're kind of like the, you know, the design language that you can get from it. It's very utilitarian. It's the type of art style I like. So
But your favorite chip is what?
My favorite chip?
Yeah.
All right.
Arrow.
All right, no. So when I play the game, I play the arrow. Like I always. So in the game, when we're developing it, we can despawn, so we can spawn a ship right there. It's always the arrow, because it flies the best. It flies the best, and it can take out a few things. It's a job, don't change it. But my favorite ship, I'm going to say, is the Hornet. Now the reason why? So when I joined in 2014, that was the ship we were flying. My first ship commercial was the Hornet ship advert. That's what made me fall in love with the game. And you remember that shot at the end, where he sort of like flies into the atmosphere and then lands? I got goose pimples, and then that's when I turned to my wife, I'm like, yeah, we're going to join. Let's go.
Nice.
For me, it's always been the Retaliator. So, Golden Oldie, great ship, and when you guys get to play Squadron 42, you'll understand why.
So for me, I like Crusader the best, and I just love the Chonky Boy, the C2 Hercules. I just love how it looks. These guys just designed an amazing looking spaceship. But my favorite.
Go for it, just right this second.
Right. My favorite ship right now isn't flyable yet. Hopefully we'll make it soon, but I just love the possibilities of the Odyssey. And if it is flyable, then C2 Hercules.
So a bit of a hipster moment for me. My favorite ship is the Carrack. And it was before everybody loved the Carrack.
Right in the center.
I just wish that the vehicle director would get the shutters added to the bridge like they were supposed to do. What do you think about that, John? I will remind the artist you promised to do it in 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
Just for you. John, what's your favourite ship to come?
I've always been a sucker for Aegis, but recently Argo was a brand. It was really got me going just because of that rugged utilitarian stuff. And it deeply pains me to say this. My favourite ship of the game. Deeply pains me to say this, but my favourite ship in the game at the moment is the Drake Cutter.
I agree. It's painful.
Mine's Cutlass Black. Most utilitarian ship.
All right, we got the. Where did Joseph go? Questions? AWOL. Okay, he's trying to set up. He's trying to set up a question. All right, so we got the Q&A list up. All right.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
Okay. We can blast through this. I got this.
Well, the reason we are like on the back that long because we want to change the track. We can't figure out how to do it so far. So that's okay. Just sorry for everybody's eyes.
Star Wars text.
Yeah, just keep it running.
All right, so the first one, what's the most difficult part when creating Pyro?
New solar system. Server meshing is one of the main things that is keeping us from doing it. Obviously, we're trying to do different styles, making it sure that it feels flawless. We have to do our mission setups a little bit differently. We have what we call a thing called the Pyro. So it requires us to adjust things. But basically, it's distributing everything and making sure that it plays right. That's what we're working on right now. Obviously, the teams are also continuing to do server meshing and doing that work. Okay, future bunker missions will involve, yes, basically, yes. This is UGF, so we've already talked about it. Passenger transport missions, no, we are working on freight transport first. And basically making sure that we're going through and getting cargo flushed out as a career and making sure that ships from big to small work the way that we want it to, as well as making sure that the reputation for orgs and other stuff work. So we haven't talked about the passenger transport. For me, I think it'll be that we'd be focusing on like escort missions first. Theaters of War is still being worked on. Arena Commander stuff is a lot of that is coming out with 320, and then I think Sean would update that even more. So basically, we've already kind of talked a little bit about the whole C stuff and some of the freighter. As far as the economy-based gameplay, such as Quanta's not really an economy-based gameplay. It's going to be Quanta's more like virtual NPCs and a little bit of adjusting the shop prices. But as far as the economy-based gameplay for the whole sub, the whole series and really like Hull A and Hull B, those are what I would consider more delivery ships versus hauling ships. Hauling ships to me are moving from one solar system to the other solar system, so interstellar. Right now, for the whole C release, we've got 4 LEO stations around the planets. Later release, we will be putting in the jump points into Stanton, and then once we do the Pyro release, then we'll make sure that as many stations are there as possible, plus the jump points associated with it. So the idea would be that you're moving things around those systems, and that to me is probably the best way that I could describe it. It's really trying to, with the economy aspects that we're trying to do is that Stanton has certain resources available to it that are common within Stanton. And then Pyro has certain resources that are common to Pyro. Some of them cross over to the ones that we have in Stanton. Some of them are unique to Pyro. Same with Nix and same with our future systems.
Quick clarification. C2, you would consider that as a delivery?
It's not necessarily a delivery, but obviously if you compare the C2 hold or cargo hold compared to the whole C, I mean it's 4 times. So, but the idea would be that because the C2 can land, then yes, like the whole C and D and E would be staying in space and delivering it to the local LEO station, and then from there it's being distributed to the landing zone, or it's being distributed to the associated moons and outposts. Okay. So hangars. Basically, I talked about this a little bit earlier. The goal for us is to do the persistent hangars. This to me would be going out with our next release of cargo and making sure that we have persistent hangars so the players can decorate them, as well as then at that point in time they can load their ships, they won't be kicked out of their hangars, so on and so forth. Really, current plans of being able to take over abandoned space stations. So right now, I'm assuming that you're talking about owning the space stations. Right now there is no plan for that. It's something that we've talked about base building, but right now we haven't talked about player owning abandoned stations. So with the abandoned stations though, we will have them in Pyro, and the idea would be that you're going through and you're able to do missions there, you're able to do encounters there.
Sure, but with persistence, you can set up defenses, you can do a lot of different stuff with the space stations.
Yeah,
it might be an ownership UEC.
Correct.
So there within every guild, and you can basically have people there 24/7. You can set up defenses and stuff.
Yes, Aaron's correcting me and basically saying that with persistence, yes, you can basically leave your stuff there. You can take over a station, but yeah, right now it wouldn't be like the traditional. I own it. It's more like I'm squatting and to take over it that way. As far as theaters of war, I can't, because it's a different game director and I'm not intertwined with it very much. They have done other AC maps and features, and they will be doing basically an experimental mode which allows them to try out different game modes and also try out different things that we would consider a little bit new to the game that we want to try out from a gameplay standpoint.
But there's a massive revamp.
Yeah, there's a couple of biases about it. One of the big things that I can certainly say is in the ACE rework is all the spawn screens from Theatres of War. And the ability to spawn directly into other people's ships from Theatres of War, so a really kind of the proper multi-crew use.
Regarding AI systems, in particular like ChatGPT, right now the issue that we have is ChatGPT, and other AI programs own things that are typed into it. Basically, they have the rights to them then, and that's not something that we want to enter into. We have been looking at other AI programs that, basically allow you to do like text-to-speech, or even where it can actually do some of the facial animations associated with it as well. So it is something that we've looked into. It's something that actually interests a lot of our tech directors and everything like that. We do see it as a way of the future. However, I think there's some logistical issues or legal issues that we want to make sure that are squared away first.
It's not AI blades and computer items are definitely something we want to do in the near term, but they're not actively being worked on now. NPC crews, not really my area, but we have done a bit of it regarding the wingman commands and engineering work. Wingman commands allows you, we've done this in Squadron First, allows you to basically control wingmen. You give them some very basic commands like follow me, attack the enemy, attack this enemy specifically, defend me, and that will be the basis for ordering crew.
So one of the features you'll see come through to StarCitizen from Trident as well, which will start coming from next year, but obviously not talking about scoring too much than that. But we do there's a lot of feature work going in through, which we get from that stuff. Player housing, yes, because basically we can't have with multiple houses and modification clusters because we will basically instance those on planets. It's basically what we'll do. So you'll be able to do that kind of stuff, I think, so we can support that.
But there's, so one of the things that we're working on in regards to player housing is basically a thing called building interiors. So with building interiors, this allows us to have game modes or basically missions with inside those. But then it also allows us to actually have player housing. But then there's things that would be instanced, you know, so for example, like L19 or something like that would be instanced. However, we will have certain ones that will not be instanced, and that would be, you know, in the Loreville, Ian, what's the big? L19? No, the HD building. So that it's basically the idea would be that we have certain ones that are instanced and then certain ones that would not be instanced, and the players can purchase those via AUC and deal with it that way.
Excuse me? Yeah, so do you guys think it's like way too much information for one go? Or do you guys want to keep going? So we want to keep going.
Or do you want us to walk around and talk?
Yeah, we don't want to keep going. Nobody don't want it. Nobody stay.
I mean, in reality, I've seen these already. Most of these are taught questions, so I'm happy to answer them, but at the same time, I'm more than happy to be able to walk around and talk to you.
Yeah. The big thing is most of these are live services, so that's him. So if there's a ship question, that's him. Live services, that's him. Community, him. Why is ship so expensive? Him. And we're gonna leave the king alone for a minute. And why are things looking the way they look? That's this guy. So, if there are any other questions, like they've seen all these, a lot of these have already been answered before on other things, and I know that we're only speaking in English, and so it's kind of difficult for some of you guys to grab. So, what would be good for us to do is probably close this one out, let these guys circulate around a little bit, and if you have a question, and you don't know enough English to do so, you have people like Joseph that can be able to help you out. Kind of, whoa! Here we go. I have to hold it like this now. I feel like, I don't know, should I be singing? Anyway. So we're going to let them kind of circulate around the room for the next little bit, and you guys can, if you don't know, if your English level is not good enough, you can ask Joseph to help you out with asking a question, alright? Thanks everybody.
Who is KSN? Is KSN here? KSN. There. Because you left your tickets in the bar. Who is KSN? Yep. Give it back. Sure. Okay, so. So 啲嘢食嘅，咁可以食落去。咁跟住之後咧就抽獎啦，環節啦。So we still have some food. You guys can also like try food again and just check out a little bit, and then maybe we have like lucky draw sessions. So everyone, it's almost time for lucky drawing, and you can start the wrap up. We should wrap up the talk, and also the food will end at like 10. So if you still want to grab it,
I just have one question to you guys. Do you guys want to choose from the top down or from the bottom up? Top down! Top down, right? Top down! Okay, alright. They're all on your display. And also, actually, here is 25 different shape and presents. So this is actually the VKB SIM controller. We are sponsored by them. So yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. And we actually also got another gift from the developer. Is that we have a Chris Robert signed cap.
Just to be clear, this is a developer cap. You cannot buy this. This is a team cap, also signed by Chris.
Okay, wait a minute. Just the last thing here. So, and the last thing is that they just give me this 3 concierge exclusive card, metal card, that is already, like, you cannot get this from anywhere except.
Yeah, for these cards, we made these like 5 years ago, and there's only 40 left like total.
So this will be part of the draw. So in total, we will have 29 prizes. And even if you don't get the prize, you can still take the poster all for this prize. Just choose one. Like if you get the prize, you take the prize and choose one.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting here, but we have to do this bottom up.
Yeah,
we're going to go the best for last.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Bottom up.
Oh, okay.
So whoever gets the first prize, sorry.
Okay, the boss has said it, so we have to do it, right? Okay, so let's get started. And do you guys want to do the one? Yeah, sure. How do you do it? Yeah, so we have a random number generator here. When he touches it, and you give out a number. So the first prize is the Enfield arrow.
Yeah, so it's also, I think, yeah.
So the first prize in all of these ships, just so you know, they all come with a game package and they all have the LTI.
So the first one is 59.
Bottom up, arrow.
So it's the first two.
Which one was that?
Alright, we finished? Yeah, okay, so the second arrow.
Ready is... Oh, I'm Valero. Yes. 19.
First 19.
Congratulations.
Yep. Okay, let's just go one TL. Okay, so the trick.
Two pieces of arrow. 2 pieces of arrow.
Yeah. So this one is the first.
Yeah, this is the first. This is the first one. Bottom up, this is the first one.
Okay, so this is the first one. Now it's one more. Okay, sorry.
Hang on. Okay, come. He thinks he's the VP.
Drama.
Alright, so we have another arrow.
So another arrow. Yeah, it's another arrow.
Ready? Number 32.
So give your friends some drinks, okay? Yeah, just some drinks. Okay, yeah. So the color stack.
Best ship in the game, right here. Yep.
Yeah.
Ready?
Statistically, that's
Yep.
Yep.
50.
15.
Never give me a microphone.
Okay, my bad.
No, I was dangerous to have a microphone. Okay.
And now the second drink.
Second drink from this blood is number 11.
15 and 11. Where's 11? Who is 11, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Alright. Up next, we go to Liz Razor. Liz Razor. First.
Okay. This razor is number 60. Okay, so the second one is 26.
Oh, okay. Nice, man. Okay, so prospector.
Okay, for the prospector, first one goes to number 13.
Second prospector.
And the second one goes to number 7. Lucky number 7. I like this. Yeah. So we'll give it a whole Okay. Oh, wow.
Second perspective?
Yeah. So the Drake Vulture goes to number 42. My helpful friend here. Santa's little helper.
Should be miss perspective, the second one.
That's the first one, yeah. That's the second one?
Yeah, that's the second one.
That's the first one.
So this is the second one.
Oh, that was the second one.
That was the second one.
Now I'm confusing everybody.
Yeah, so right now it's now it's about the second
It's the Vulture, okay. And the Vulture, Ian, press it. Number 24.
We should wait a little bit because they finish.
There's a lot of the judges having some problems here.
Just a record. Just a record.
By the way, I'm having an absolutely fantastic time with you guys. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you for supporting us, but this is brilliant. Really being here, everybody.
Do we go to number 7 for perspective? No, right?
Yeah, we have within one perspective, within another perspective, right? Oh, the vulture. Yeah, you're right. You need one more vulture.
So right now it's a vulture.
So this is the next vulture, right?
This second vulture.
This is going really bad.
This is really bad. Wow.
So this is the second vulture. This is the second vulture, and my friend here, 64. Excellent. A big round of applause. Come on.
All right, nobody came up for number 42 for the Miss Prospector. Check the back of your thing. Is there a number 42 here?
Number 42.
Come on.
42, right? Yeah.
There we go. This is why we bring Tanner along. He's the serious guy who's so proud. The rest of us are developers.
You're already a winner. You're already a winner.
We're now the Gladius. Okay.
Aegis Gladius.
Aegis Gladius and number 8 for the Aegis Gladius. Number 8. Oh, we have a winner. Okay, and the second Gladius is number 1. Who has number 1? There we go. Okay, we have 2 RSI Scorpius. And the first RSI Scorpius goes to number 21.
21.
Number 21. Yay! Congratulations. I'm here all night.
Oh, so the one who actually win the prize, you can go to over there to pick a poster first, and after that, everybody else can also pick.
By the way, when you do win, you will be given a code. You just go to play.sc/redeem. You can put in the code and it'll show up on your account instantly.
Okay, we have one of these Scorpius. Yeah, okay, for the second Scorpius goes to number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Congratulations.
We have a winner. Okay. Now look at this. The Hercules. That's the C2, baby. We've got 2 of those. You want to take your munitions, you want to take your tanks, you want to go places. This is what you want. This is what you need. You go for guild. It's all good. So the first Crusader Hercules goes to number 58. Okay, and the second Crusader Hercules goes to number 17. Congratulations. Now you can transport anything anywhere. Okay, now we're going to luxury action here. We're on the Origin 400i. And we have 2 of these going. The first 400i goes to number 4. Yeah, you need to film to the camera out. Yeah, exactly. Let's see this. And the second 400i goes to 25. Excellent. 600 goes to number 9. And hold on, for some time. The second 600 goes to number 39. Okay, now we've got the big boy right here. This is the one we've all been waiting for. We have two of these. The first ample carrot goes to number 33. We have a winner here.
Number 33.
Number 33. Oh, I was checking. So we have a number 33. It's exciting now. We'll have to count down 60 seconds.
Reroll.
We're good. All right. No show. Okay. So, let's start again. So, let's go again. First, Barry goes to 30. The last carrot goes to number 56. Oh, congratulations. Okay, here we go. I'm changing my job now. So these are the original concierge metal cards here. I have one, there's very few of these, and there's very few that have left now.
There's less than 40 left, and if you look at the card, it says 2946 on these. So these are over 7 years old. We're not making these again, so these are
special collector's items, and if you get it, then bring it to me, and the rest of the guys will sign for you as well. So,
we've got 3 to give away, so first.
So the first one goes to, come on Ian, stop drinking. You're drinking the weak shit, man. First one goes to number 44. You actually get to pick this one up in person.
It's a limited.
And the second one goes to number 23.
Congratulations.
And the last one of the 3 go to number 40. Number 40. Congratulations. Now, this, I was hungover the night before I flew here to Asia, and I hadn't brought anything signed by Chris, so I got Chris to sign a few caps, and this is a development cap you can't buy on the website. This is a development cap we give to our team members, and I got Chris to sign it personally, so this is a lovely piece here. So anyway, this is, for me, it's good. Anyway, so, and this is going to number 43. Anyway, thank you so much for indulging myself, being on stage, doing stuff. and let Tyler finish off.
We were thinking maybe we could do one more giveaway if y'all want to. It doesn't sound very exciting.
Didn't sound hard.
Maybe we should do that. Do y'all want to do another giveaway?
It's very hard bargaining with Elliot over here. But the last one to give away is going to be an RSI Polaris.
I think this will be the largest giveaway ship that we've ever done.
I think so. So, Ian, last one.
Drum roll.
So, yeah. Yes. Congratulations for everyone, and thank you for the very generous CIG teams. So for the one who wins the prize, you can still choose a poster, and also for the one who didn't win the prize, do you guys want to go and choose a poster too? So.
Awesome. And then once again, I want to give a huge shout out to Joseph. These events are happening all around the globe, and they are all thanks to the people like Joseph organizing them. So join me once again. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having me too. Thank you for having me too. I just don't know what to say right now. So, yeah, it's time for the final thing. Maybe you just want to take some pictures with everybody. And also, we can also do some interview for the recording purposes. Yeah, if you want, so let's do it.